Here's just a little handy household tip. I have a problem with this toilet. The float will stick and it will run and run and run. Sometimes overnight it'll run until it leaks the tank dry, and of course I can't afford the water bill. So I'm going to show you how I've resolved this problem for a temporary basis. So as you can see here, the tank is full, but it's still running. So that I don't have to do that every single time I flush the toilet, I'm going to show you something that has worked for me. I don't have the money to replace that float right now, and even if I did, it would be kind of tricky doing myself. I could probably look it up on Google. I probably could figure out how to replace that myself. Never having done this before, I do have a fear when I try to DIY things that I really know nothing about, is that I'll break it and end up having to replace more than just the float. So I want to drain enough water away from above this float. So just by holding it down just a little bit there, I can drain some of that water. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sorry, I really don't have very good light in here. But I want to drain it till it gets to the bottom of that float. Of course, the float does sort of sink with it a little bit. So now I've got the surface of the float is above water. I've just kept aside an old bottle of dish detergent, like just an old bottle. I don't want to use the one I'm using in my kitchen here in the toilet. So, and I just, keep a little bit of dish soap in it, and literally all you do is squirt some dish soap down around the base of that. So 2 good squirts. I let that work its way around the top of the float, and I will let that sit for absolutely as long as I can. It does seem to be the longer I let this sit like this, that the longer it will make the float work. I've done this where I haven't had to reapply my dish soap for a month. I have left this sit now maybe 3 or 4 hours, and I'll just show you the result. There's a little bit of a soap foam you can see on the surface of the water, which is okay. The dish soap doesn't hurt your pipes or your plastic or your plumbing or anything in any way. And there we go. It's shut itself